Hi y'all, welcome back. This is part 1 to personal readings that were purchased on January the 19th. List is currently open. We only have one person in line, and that's Dalia. But as always, we're going to cleanse and reset the space. If you're looking for the collective message that I did just a second ago, I live streamed it on TikTok and it'll be posted to YouTube as soon as I get it uploaded. Hi Craig. Hi JB. What's going on, y'all? I don't have my torch, so it may take a little bit longer for this smudge to light evenly. There it goes. All right. Cleanse your energy. Cleanse my energy. How's it going? Hi, Miss Try. How you doing, love? How's everybody been? Protect real quick with some Palo Santo. Let me tell y'all, this back and forth with the weather down here is, I'm so over it. It'll be in the 70s one week and then down in the 30s, 20s the next week. I have one in line right now, Craig. All right. Protect your energy. Good juju for you. Protect my energy. Good juju for me. All right. And I got Dalia in line. Y'all gonna hear 3 loud sounds real quick. Okay, here we go. All right, thank you for being here and help me raise the vibration. Do you have a new site for payment? I do. Stan.store/LadyLeoSpiritual is the only way that you can book any services at this time. Because of the scammers, it was the best option to protect y'all from people reaching out and giving y'all cash apps and whatnot to send payment to. So this is to protect me, protect you. It's on record that the purchase was made and proof that it is that you got a reading, if that makes sense. Hi, Araceli. How you doing, love? All right, Dalia. We're going to do this lovey-dovey deck over here. So you said you wanted a little bit of clarity on love and relationships. So let's see what we got. We'll do that, and then I'm going to pull you a couple of these Moonology cards. All right. Best and highest message here for Dalia. What does she need to know? What does she need to see? What does she need to hear? All right. How are you showing up? How are you showing up here? The 6 of Wands. Getting attention. Someone may be obsessed with you, Dalia. Or codependent, or trying to control you. Control the attention that you get. Or the attention that you give. Capricorn here really heavy. Why the 6 of Wands and the Devil? Hi, Global. How you doing, love? Why the 6 of Wands and the Devil? The Ace of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. This has something to do with money or opportunity or some sort of growth and expansion happening. All right, we've got the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Needing to listen to your intuition or to keep something to yourself. What's the situation? What's the situation here for Dalia? The Ace of Wands and Justice. Whoo, Libra, there you are all day, every day. Passionate new beginnings here. Definitely being protected by spirit. Okay, this is forward movement. It's very exciting. It's passionate. Very amped up type of energy here. And this is because of a decision that you're making or truth being exposed. Okay. Taking a blind leap of faith towards something new. Somebody may want to come towards you with a love offer or love message here. Maybe an apology. What's the challenge? Hi, Isabel. Hi, Steve. How y'all doing? What's the challenge here, Spirit? Goodness. The High Priestess and the Hermit. So the challenge is listening to your intuition. Could be about someone ghosting or something. Somebody ghosting a situation. Somebody may be going no contact. Why is this the challenge? The Hermit and the High Priestess. Virgo, Pisces. So glad you're doing good. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Eight of Wands. This is hindering the way someone's moving and getting the outcome that it is that they want. Things working in somebody's favor. Something's exhausting. It's exhausting the energy. Could be some sort of betrayal. What's in the current energy for Dalia? What's in the current energy for Dalia? A lot of major arcana coming out here, Dalia. We've got the Moon, Strength, and the Lovers. Ooh! Hello, gorgeous. How do I sign up for a reading now if you still have room? I think you changed things. Yes, you can go to stan.store/LadyLeoSpiritual or click the link in my bio. And that's the only way that you can get any type of service. So live readings, like when I'm live streaming, live one-on-one readings where it's just me and you, like on a video chat or an audio call, and pre-recorded readings are also all in there. I do tarot, astrology, and energy alignments or energy clearings and healings. All right, so something that's not known is being come known. So something about something being exposed or gaining clarity, something's come to light or surfacing. Someone needs to have strength and confidence and patience in the situation when it comes to this intense love connection. Okay, we have Gemini, Leo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, Virgo, and Libra all here. Okay, so oh my goodness, there could be a celebration or a union, but there's a distraction or someone needs to get their priorities in order. Tell me about the person Dalia's here for. Okay, it's about Hybrid Squeak. How you doing, sweetheart? Tell me about the person Dalia's dealing with. Person she's here for. The sun to the moon. Wow. Okay, a lot of clarity showing up here. Purity, renewal, free-spirited energy. But someone may be holding back. Something about confidence. Someone's holding back on communicating this or extending this love offer or expressing themselves because of the past. Reliving past trauma is keeping them from going after what it is that they desire. Okay, so this person may not been, maybe they haven't fully expressed themselves. And it's just because that they're holding on to something from the past. It's kind of causing a blockage there. What's the energy coming towards Dalia in the situation? The Chariot, movement, a decision to move. This person may be traveling towards you. But this person's also trying to move on from the past and not come from a place of trust and abandonment or being left behind. Okay, you may have somebody who wants to come out of the cold with you, possibly. That's the truth. All right, what's influencing the energy coming towards Dalia in this situation? What's influencing this energy? The Seven of Wands in reverse. Somebody needs to let their guard down. Somebody needs to be a little bit more vulnerable here. Give me one more. What's influencing the energy coming towards Dalia? The King of Pentacles. Woo! Someone's trying to step into their maturity. They're trying to lift their guard down, okay? And they're trying to show up as stable and secure and safe and established and all those things, rooted. This person may be older than you. But it's like they may still be trying to close out a cycle from something they were attached to before this. Or close out a cycle from the past. It's coming out really heavy. What's the overall spiritual advice? Hi, Rosie. Hi, Gina. What's the overall spiritual advice here, Spirit? The World came back out. Okay, so someone needs to close out a cycle. Okay, or let something come around full circle, or someone may want to start a new cycle with you or try again after there's been an ending, or someone needs to put an end to being in this old way of being and go after what it is that their heart's desires, which is you, Libra, the Empress. Beautiful. Okay, so you're showing up as somebody's like dream person here. Okay, they see you as very magnetic, very intuitive, very nurturing, very successful. Somebody that they may want to build something with. Okay, all right, let's get you some oracle cards. Anything else that Dalia needs to know about the situation? I think I did it right. Extended, what comes up comes out, please. Whatever you feel aligned with. Okay, Craig. You'll be next, Bubba. All right. Anything else that Dalia needs to know about the situation, Spirit? Best and highest messages. All right, darling. What do you need to release? So yeah, there's a big message here that somebody's still releasing something from the past. Right? Breathe through the tension. So there could be a lot of like tension, built up tension here between you and whoever this is. Conclusions are within reach. We have full moon eclipse on that card. So there could be a shake up or a change up this eclipse season that we're coming into. Spirits want you to surrender to the divine and know, like the sun is coming up tomorrow, boo-boo, that you are good enough. You're more than enough. Okay? All right, Dalia. Yeah, absolutely, Miss G. You can do that. I've got room, darling. All right, Dalia. I hope that you found a message that resonates with you. Thank you for coming to see me. Thank you for the blessings. I appreciate you so very much. All right, we got Craig up next for an extended. All right, let me move this deck. Where are we going? Where are we going? Let me use this crow deck. All right. Extended. We're going to use this one. How many ahead of me? Just one. Things are not okay. Oh, no. There's only one ahead of you. Waiting on Craig's to come through. And synchronicity, I just got a crow message a few days ago. Did you really? It's not showing up yet. I wonder why. All right, Miss G, I just got payment. Thank you, love. 1 second, 1 second. Let me check this. Bear with me. Well, no, usually immediately it tends to be confirmation. I don't know what's going on with that, Craig. We're just going to go with it for right now. All right. Best and highest messages here for Craig. What does he need to know? What does he need to see? What does he need to hear? I use Apple Pay in the app on your bio. And yeah, it's maybe that's what it is it's because it went through Apple. Well, I don't know. Apple Pay. It was just taking longer. All right, Spirit. What's just in the energy here for Craig? What's just in the energy here for Craig? Okay, we've got karma, balance, and justice. Okay, Craig. I'll keep you updated. Karma, balance, justice, ego, vanity, and pride. Rejection, loss, fragmented. Renewal, spark. Wish fulfillment, or being fulfilled. And the Ace of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, so there's some sort of karmic situation that's going on right here, and you may be battling with ego or pride, or it could be someone else in your energy here. Okay, this could be you overcoming like a loss or feeling rejected in a certain situation. Maybe this is someone who's feeling rejected by you, but there's a renewal here, a new spark, or something that's reigniting a spark here, whether that's within you personally or within a connection. And whatever this renewal spark is, it's helping you reach this state of fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, or something that it is that you wish for. A lot of abundance showing up here with this Ace of Earth. So a lot about growth, expansion, potential, fertility, and material things. So prosperity, investments. Could even mean about like growth within a relationship. Okay. And then I was going to pull these. Hold on. Let me get some of these. Hi, Mama with the Mindset. How you doing, love? Pride with a burn on my harvest full moon ceremony. Okay. Pride, ego, and shame. Yeah. Shame is a big one. I feel like a lot of people are having like hard times overcoming. Is that shame, attaching themselves to that emotion and that feeling. I think anytime that you can do that is always good. Hi, Francine. How you doing, love? All right, Spirit. Best and highest message here for Craig. Tell me more about this. Find a lot about this balance, finding a balance. This twice that's come out. The first two cards. There's karma, justice, balance. And we have full moon and Libra, find balance. A lot of this is Libra and finding a balance between two energies. Believe in the impossible. Go wild. I heard something about savage. Talk less, feel more. Practice gratitude. Communication is key. Let me see. Give me 3 more. Or give me, yeah. Thank you. Expect powerful change. It's more of this eclipse energy. So this eclipse season that we're coming into may be really significant for you. It's time to release negativity. And a lot of Leo coming out in this reading too. It's your time to shine. All right, so there's a situation here where you're overcoming some sort of ego, or it could be someone else feeling rejected by you, or you're overcoming some sort of like feeling rejected or at a loss, or feeling like you lost out on something. But there's a renewal here that's ignited a spark towards your emotional fulfillment, or something that it is that you wish for. It's whatever this is, this abundance, this opportunity, this growth, this expansion. Believe in the impossible. Go wild. Talk less, feel more. Practice gratitude. It's your time to shine. Communication is key, and expect powerful change. The energy is gaining momentum at the bottom of the deck. Okay. What does this pertain to, Spirit? What does this have to do with? Best and highest messages. I'm doing great, Francine. Thank you for asking. I'm so glad that you're doing good. What does this pertain to? What does this have to do with? Maybe about a relationship or something that you have like a lot of emotional investment into. We've got the 8 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. If it's not that, it's where you're getting really focused with going with the flow, instead of like feeling the need to control the outcome or a certain happening or something that you want to happen. Give me one more. What does this have to pertain to? Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, Spirit. There's a lot about needing to defend yourself, though, okay? We got the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles, okay? So there's a message here of needing, like, to protect what you've built. Protect your assets. Could be about money or a stance that it is that you've taken. Or you may be protecting yourself from this energy. Could be a possible Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Whoever it is, they could be really stubborn. And you may be even questioning, like, do I invest into this person, this thing? Because there's something here that it is that there's a warning. Double sevens. Is this worth it? Is this going to be a good outcome? Is this a good investment? Do I need to stay here? Do I need to move? Okay. Focus on practice currently. Hi, Susie. How you doing, Susie? Hi, Faith Munoz. What's going on, y'all? Welcome. All right. What's Craig's energy? Or you know what? Let's swap decks. Come back over here to this crow. This crow deck. Okay. Deep dive. Give it to me straight, Spirit. No fluff. Show me what I need to see. Show me what I need to see. How's Craig showing up here? The Queen of Cups. This is you. And the King of Pentacles. Maybe not. This could be you going towards like a love interest here. You claiming a stance. It doesn't have to do with love. This has a lot to do with like finding things to help nurture what it is that you're growing, to help water your garden per se. And you know, these energies are actually very complementary. This earth and this water, this masculine earth, feminine water energy that's showing up here. It's kind of giving me like... It's a lot of compatibility. It's very complementary. We have the Fortune at the bottom of the deck, by the way. Things working in your favor. Okay. Give me one more. What's Craig's overall energy? How's Craig showing up? The Emperor! Aries! All day, every day. Spiritual daddy. Okay. Taking charge, taking the lead, a visionary, having a vision, having a dream, and moving towards that. A lot about strategy, a lot about intelligence, planning. The man with the plan is what I just heard. A lot about conquering things, and a lot about reclaiming some sort of personal sovereignty, especially in this masculine energy that is showing up in. Showing up as yourself. What's the situation? Hi, Dalia. What's the situation? Oh, that flipped out and went back in. Taking passion, action forward towards something. I'll put that back in the deck. The High Priestess and the Eight of Swords. So the situation is needing you to listen to your instinct, your intuition, on a decision that you could be making. Especially if you're feeling stuck and stagnant. Or like you feel like you're overanalyzing something or overthinking. Give me one more on the Spirit. Pisces is here. Just heard something about cutting through the illusion of something. I don't know what that's about. Give me one more here. Situation. The High Priestess and the Eight of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. I called that card the first time you asked, Spirit. It's the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay. So I don't know if this is where you're worried about getting your heart broken, or not getting what it is that you want would be like, it'd be crushing. So I don't know if you're not saying something about it, or What's the challenge here? What's the challenge? Tower moment. Tower, the Knight of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the King of Swords. Okay. So the challenge is something that's like a tower has happened, a big shift, something unexpected. And whatever this tower is or was, it's affected the way that you take action unapologetically or fearlessly towards what it is that you desire. So you may be pausing to reevaluate, reassess, and replan a strategy. King of Swords in the upright. But this is where you're being really logical about something. So there's like, you could be detaching from your emotions on a certain thing, on a situation. Not letting your emotions rule you. And being more strategic with something, or planning it out, or in a state of observation to gain more insight and clarity. You could even be like presenting yourself as very stoic. All right, what's influencing? No, what's in the current energy? Excuse me. What's in the current energy? Stuck and stagnant is an understatement. It's not gonna be like that forever. Like the moon phases, it'll change. It's gonna, especially with this eclipse coming up. It's Aquarian energy. Yeah, what didn't that come out? Expect powerful change. It's your time to shine. Go wild. Talk less, feel more. Believe in the a lot about believing in the impossible. All right, current energy. What's in the current energy here? The Nine of Pentacles to the Devil here. Okay. Hearing something about time served. I don't know what that means to you. It's like being obsessive over time served. What does that mean? Clarify this for me, Spirit. Or controlling an outcome, or yeah, it's about something about time. The Seven of Pentacles is here. You've got the skill set. You've got the experience. Queen of Wands. Oh my goodness. There's a lot about needing to get out of your head. Getting out of your head here. It's like you've been almost, not, maybe not necessarily, like trying to put a puzzle piece in a place where it doesn't go. Judgment and the Nine of Swords. A lot about surrendering, not letting the past hold you back, past situation, a past experience. Okay. What's influencing the current energy? It's the slow motion tower and recalling my empathic forgiving. 7 years in a reverse, discard, time served, but stubborn Aries refusing to be the villain in their story. And look, we can't control the narrative though. You got to remember that. That's their story to write. It's not yours. Shitty as that may be or feel, to give up that control. Because I've been struggling with that one too. Not being the villain in someone else's story. You know? But you're not in control of their story. You're in control of yours. What's influencing this energy? want you to be the big bad wolf, then boo-boo, you go be... I heard Savage. I so heard Savage. Hi, I'm Rita. How you doing, love? The Magician at the bottom of the deck. Master Manifester. Okay. And Page of Swords. We have somebody like trying to gain information here, get information on you, learn something. Tell me about this Page of Swords. What is this? What's the Page of Swords? Five of Wands, King of Cups in reverse, and the Lover's card. Okay, so this could be karmic in the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so if you know, if this is like a person, you're in the hospital. You're here. You're there for 2 more weeks. Oh my gosh, Amrita, I'm so sorry about that. I hope whatever's wrong is being resolved. That you have a speedy recovery. Boo-boo, I'm gonna be praying for you. Wait, are you on bed rest? Five of Wands, King of Cups in reverse, the Lovers, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so if this isn't like an intense love connection or a romantic interest, it's showing up as like a karmic, something karmic. We saw that. It was the first card that came out. Balance, karma. So there's like conflict or drama or competition here. It's chaos. King of Cups in the reverse. Someone's like acting off of emotion. Okay, they're not emotionally grounded. Someone could be acting like very impulsively off of feeling. So the situation needs more patience. Just heard time heals all wounds. I'm not sure if this actually wounded you emotionally, physically, you know, however that looks. But time heals it. Time fixes things, or sets. It'll be set right in time. I don't know what this message is. I keep getting about time. I'm like literally seeing like a, you know, like those watches on a chain. You can like open it almost like a locket. I keep seeing like a. Maybe you have one of those. Maybe the person you're dealing with may have one of those. I don't know why time is so of significance so much here. Okay. What's the energy coming towards Craig? That is very true. All wounds are less. And some hurt more than others do. A pocket watch. Yes, a pocket watch. Five, but there is somebody here. They be trying to challenge you. They're challenging you, causing this conflict. Someone may think something's a game or it's a game to them. They feel something to win. They feel it's something they can win. Or someone may just, they want to argue. The 5 to the 6 though. 6 of Swords. You're moving away from this. Okay. Energy coming towards you, you're moving away from that. And taking some sort of stance on something, all right? It's like self-mastery, graduating from something, or you being some sort of mentor or leader, having some sort of authority. And here's that Ace of Wands, having this passion, have some sort of new spark, this passionate start, or taking this motivated, the movement's about to happen. If you felt stuck in stagnant, movement's coming. Because of some sort of friction. Expect good news. Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yes, yes. And the sun will shine. The sun's going to shine again. It's a lot about shining. Just shine. Shine anyway. Let them say whatever they want to say. Let them do whatever the hell it is that they want to do. You're going to shine anyway. Expect good news. Okay. 2 fire signs, Sagittarius and Aries. Competing is so toxic. It can be. Especially when it's not like healthy. Yes, Amrita. My list is open if you want to get in line. Yes, when friction is there, movement is inevitable. What's influencing the energy coming towards Craig? Seven of Cups. So here's these illusions, these distractions, these options. There's something about elliptical. Elliptical. I don't know what that means either. The Magician. Okay, so it's like you're refocusing on one thing, on what matters the most. And that's how you're coming into this master manifester, or manifesting this new start, this new exciting beginning. This is something that you've waited for a long time. Something that you've purchased, something that you've waited on. Something that you've earned. Knight of Cups to the Ace of Cups. There's a lot about, okay, if you felt stuck, stagnant, like it's taking too much time, or there's a lot of significance about time invested. You're manifesting a lot of options, opportunities here. And it's like once you can get focused on the one that's best for you, you start manifesting, you start using the resources that you have, or there's this powerhouse energy that happens. You know, it's like all these powerhouse cards. Emperor, Magician, King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. But something about you expressing yourself, okay? Being able to express yourself freely, unapologetically, in a healthy way, of course. You know, you're not being icky about it, or in a low vibration or arrogant, but there is this like persevering hardship, and it's helping you be in a space of expressing what it is that you desire, the things that you want in your heart space. It brings you to Ace of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. Cup runneth over. So a lot about this wish fulfillment, this emotional fulfillment. The Wheel of Fortune also came out. Things turning in your favor. Where focus goes, energy flows. So it's just like, even though there's been a lot of time invested into a person or a situation or a project, even though it wasn't yielding the results that it is that you wanted or you expected here, you know, you shifting focus, you realigning, reassessing, reevaluating is helping you to manifest the outcome that you do want, to manifest something turning in your favor in a really big way. I think Jupiter is in Cancer, so that it can expand things around the home and things to do with like being nurtured or nurturing things. And I think Jupiter is going to be moving into Leo, which is really good luck in the way that you show up and being in your authenticity, or expressing yourself authentically. All right, it's right around the corner. All right, Spirit. What's Craig's strengths during this time? Temperance. Finding balance. Finding balance here. A lot about healing. A lot about like tapping into spirit, self-development. Here's something about a refresher course. So you may be like refreshing yourself on like spiritual practices or ritualistic things to kind of help you stay in the right state of like the right frame of mind and the right energy. You know, so you may be either learning new rituals, practicing new rituals, or are you refreshing something from the past that you used to do that would help you. And the Seven of Swords, a lot about protecting your energy, protecting yourself. Also, if something is weighing you down, if something external is having to do with this feeling stuck and stagnant, you may be coming to a place where you're looking at something from a different perspective, a higher perspective, like looking at the whole situation, like how it's all connected. I'm also hearing rise above the rest. So you could be like rising above this chaos. A lot about like this, having this authority energetically. I'm also hearing something about boundaries, okay? boundaries for yourself, not as in like telling somebody to treat you with love, respect, and kindness. Boundaries as into what you're allowing yourself to be consumed by, or what it is that you're letting take up space in the mind space, like take up thought. So it's like you're having more boundaries and self-discipline with yourself and what you're allowing yourself to give energy to or thought to. Okay. What blockages need to be removed? Back to the roots of ceremony. You feel like that's spot on? I've been feeling that a lot too, Craig, to be completely honest with you. I resonate with that. I feel that. Having to do refresher courses and implement rituals that you used to do, maybe you fell off of or forgot about, or maybe it was difficult to stick to, you know. I've been on that one too, so I feel that. All right, Spirit. Blockages that need to be released or removed. Yeah, a lot of this. Giving up your energy too much to other people, places, and things, situations that are not for you. All right, so maybe a time to like hermit some, get back in touch, recenter with your own energy, with your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own ideas, viewpoints, what it is that you want, where you're trying to go, things that are important to you. And finding inner guidance instead of external, or getting so caught up in these external things. And you may have somebody who's in deep regret because you end up ghosting them, or ghosting the situation, or like reserving your energy, calling your energy back from whatever this is. But there is a message here that don't get so caught up in the past where it's holding you back from living in the present, and don't get so caught up in the outcome of the future that you forget to be, that you're getting caught up so much, you're living so much in the future that you can't be in the present moment. There's a lot about being present. Especially when it pertains to whatever this thing is from the past that keeps wanting to show up, or getting stuck in memories or time that's passed. Okay. What's the spiritual advice here? Boundaries are new to me. Enforcing is hard. Learning. Boundaries can be difficult. Especially if you didn't learn them things early on, Craig. You know what I mean? Hi, Lo and Bo. How you doing, sweetheart? Welcome. But they're important, okay? They're important. Overall spiritual advice. The Ace of Swords. Here we go again with this ace. All these aces showing up. Lots of new starts, lots of new beginnings, lots about this new chapter that it is that you're coming into if you haven't started this chapter already, okay? So we just came out of our calendar year that it is, that how we express time in the modern age. But we're also coming into like the new zodiac year. We're coming into a new lunar year, you know. So there's a lot of like new years, new starts, new chapters, new cycles that are being started here as well. So just however it is that you perceive that, and use your discernment for your own situation here. But there's a lot of like victory being had because of the clarity that's being given or gained. It's a yes card. It represents victories and success, especially in how you're taking action, the decision to keep going, to not lay down, to not give up, to not give in to someone or whatever the heaviness is. And then judgment. What will be, will be. It's time to give it to God, whatever that looks like for you. Jesus, take the wheel. Moment here. What will be, Spirit. I'm going to quit trying to control, and I'm going to let you do what it is that you need to do to help me get to where it is that I need to go. Hi, Humble. How you doing, sweetheart? A lot about moving on from the past, letting go of the past. Okay, this is representing you done been through the most. Okay, you've been stabbed a time or two, but you like Jon Snow over here with the Emperor, all right? What don't kill you only makes you stronger, okay? You be resurrected more than once. Ain't your first rodeo. Clarity is coming. What's not known will be known. The answers that you seek. Just heard the answers you seek are within you. The answers that you seek, though, the clarity is coming. Overall spiritual advice, give me one more. Gave you 2. Letting go of disappointment because your abundance is coming. Okay, so yeah, there's something here that it was that you were like hoping for. Maybe you were even investing emotion into, or, you know, it presented as it was going to be fruitful or fertile for growth here. Spirit saying, that was an illusion. That shit was fake. You pay attention to this right here. You got everything that you need already in this cup. You don't need any of that. It was illusion. It's fake. It's just going to be a disappointment this time, next year, next life. You know, so it's like you could be turning your back on this and starting to focus on what matters most, on what's important, on the things that you already have. A lot about focusing more on like gratitude. And Ace of Pentacles again. It's like the 3rd time the Ace of Pentacles has showed up here. So a lot about some sort of like growth, whether this is personal development or something that you're growing and cultivating, or it could be about an opportunity. Whatever it is, it's a good investment, okay? It's a good investment. So don't hold on too tight. Don't hold on too tight because the answers are coming. Clarity is coming. Okay. Let's pull you some oracle cards. I'm going to pull one from this Animal Spirit deck and then one from this Threads of Fate. All right, Spirit, what does Craig need to know most, right? If you're going to stab me, it don't need to be in the chest. No room left in my back. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? You feel like you've been betrayed and stabbed in the back so many times. It's like there ain't no room there. It don't even hurt no more. Of course it hurts. It always hurts. All right, Spirit. What does Craig need to know most right now? What does Craig need to know most right now? Hummingbird, Spirit, be here now. A lot about the present moment. 7 on that card as well. A lot about personal power and transformation. Hummingbirds. A lot about your own power too, you know. I just like getting nectar out of this really pretty red flower here. You are the nectar. The nectar is within you. 34. Hummingbird, Spirit, be here now. Oracle message. The hummingbird's wings beat so swiftly it can hover in seamless stillness as it drinks deeply from a flower. Hummingbird Spirit comes to remind you that the beauty and sweetness of life is in the eternal now, the timeless present. Here and now you are becoming the person you wish to be, to have the experiences you wish to have. Focus your energy on the flower before you, for what you desire is being provided. Yes, there are blossoms everywhere. The choices can be dazzling. Hummingbird Spirit's message is that you have no need to go about in search for something better, for all that you require and desire is before you. You will know this as you become still, feeling your connection to Spirit, who loves you unconditionally and will always provide for you. Protection message. Nectar is everywhere, but Hummingbird Spirit is here to remind you that flying from flower to flower and being all over the place wastes precious energy. Be still. Be here now, in the present moment, enjoying the sweetness and sustenance available to you. Focus on one flower today, just one. Nectar is there for you, and Hummingbird Spirit's message is that wherever you put your attention, there your energy flows. Are you focused on the sweetness or on finding something better somewhere else? Always yearning and feeling that life isn't enough and that you are not enough. All you seek is right here, right now. Appreciate the present and you will see that you are where you need to be and enjoying what you are entitled to enjoy in this timeless and perfect moment. Wow. That's a beautiful message right there. So a lot about being in the present moment and not getting caught up on this external-ish that may be going on. That could be like, you know, purposely trying to distract you, you know, if it's spiritual in nature or if we're looking at it from that perspective, or if this is, you know, just stuff that is just distracting to you naturally. And let me pull, where's that other deck at? Where did it go? I just had it. Over here. Oh, there it goes. Duh. Hi, Cheryl. How you doing? All right. Hi, Blaine Herbert. How you doing? All about being now, constant throughout this read. Yeah. All right, Spirit. Best and highest message is here for Craig. One message here for Craig. What does he need to know most in this moment, Spirit? What does Craig need to know most in this moment? Trust. And the revolutionary. You know, I'm going to go ahead and read both. They both came out together, so take that as a sign. All right, trust. 82. Which is a 10. New beginnings. Completion. All right, and look, there's mauves on this card with like a crystal. What's the crystal? Celestite. The herb is trillium. Trillium. I don't know if you can see that. I know it's hard to see these cards on this camera. Don't do it justice, but you know, it's got the pretty foil on it. But anyway, trust. This card indicates a time where letting go of your human thinking and having faith will serve you. People can confuse surrender and trust, lumping them into the same idea. However, these are different things and require different parts of us. Surrendering often feels darker and like you're submerged, unable to see the light at the end of the tunnel. This lesson is teaching in rebirth. The rebirth can only happen when you surrender to winter without expecting spring to come around. It's a lesson in adapting. Trust is more intuitive process. There's an element of vision, of knowing what is possible, of seeing the potential and trusting that you will get there when you do not know how you will. It's trusting that the universe will provide the resources and illuminate the path if you show up for it. Reflect around your history with trust. Do you have evidence of how trusting can bring about magical solutions? If not, at what point in the process do you give up? Moth. Like butterflies, moths begin as caterpillars and through the process of chrysalis become their final state. As you can guess, they carry the spirit of transformation, but they also carry a lot of lunar energy as well. There is a lot of like moon energy in this reading. The moon card came out a couple times. One of the best guesses that science has on why moths are attracted to light is because they use something called transverse orientation to navigate, which means they stay at a fixed angle from the moon to orient themselves. We've come to trust and not question the moon cycles, the same way the caterpillar doesn't question the cocoon. Call on moth as a teacher of trust. Trillium. Trillium calls our attention to trust as a necessary foundation to any relationship. Trillium is such a fragile plant that picking a flower irreparably damages the plant, and if it does heal, it can take years to recover. It's also a plant that takes a very long time to go from rooting to flowering. On average, it takes 7 to 10 years. This is similar to trust within our relationships. We should take our time with who we choose to trust. We also need to remember that when we break someone's trust or they break ours, it could damage the relationship beyond repair. We must honor ourselves and others who we choose to be in relationship with. Celestite. Sometimes we can get so dragged down that we feel completely alone or that the world is against us. Celestite asks us to remember that we are connected to all life. It helps open up our psychic and intuitive senses so we can connect more easily to our guides in the universe. When we spend time meeting with Spirit, the more we are able to trust that there are things at play that we can't see. Spend time with Celestite to tap into your clear senses and communicate more effectively with the divine. That's very beautiful. Yes, just it's spelled like that. Celestite. Celestite. Yes, that is correct. And then you got one more I'm going to read, and that's the revolutionary. I think this has a lot to do with like power, being revolutionary. $106. It's just lots of sevens coming out. Maybe you're seeing a lot of 7. You're going to be seeing a lot of 7. But a lot of aces here too. Okay. The revolutionary card is asking you to challenge the status quo. Whether external or internal, the revolutionary seeks to do things radically different, like the outlaw. The revolutionary has ideals that can be viewed as out there. They are a natural leader that can see what the collective needs and are able to put it into action. They invite others to be a part of building the world with them. The revolutionary invites us to bring some of the trailblazing energy and apply it to our situation in life. How can you meet the needs of the collective? How can you lead with integrity? Be aware that working with revolutionary energy does not always translate to being accepted and loved. You will have people that support you, but your work can also attract naysayers. This just means it is potent and worthwhile. Do not let anyone affect how you stand in the world. Allow their words to fuel your fire and keep going. There you go. So yeah, whoever's naysaying or creating a false narrative in their story, you know. It says, allow their words to fuel your fire and keep going. A balanced revolutionary leads and empowers. They are not afraid to be direct and deliver a harsh message when necessary, but they do so with love. They are original thinkers that push the envelope. They're all about questioning things and inviting others to do the same. They are truth seekers, but are fluid in how they find truth. In the quest for the good of the greater collective, an unbalanced revolutionary may become oppressive and use tactics that can be harmful. They also may become tyrannical and unable to hear others because they have some imbalanced ego issues. Okay, so you already said you've been working on those things, been working through the shadow. But wow, I feel like that aligns a lot, and I hope that all of this gave you more insight and clarity. I hope that it resonates with you. Hi, Kate. Hi. Hi, Kay Messina. How you doing, darling? But all right, Craig. I hope once again that you found a message that resonates with you. Thanks for coming to see me. Thank you for the blessings, for all the ways that you show love and support. Okay, let me check the list real quick. I know I got Miss G in line for an express reading. You tapped right in as always. Thank you for being here. It was an honor to read your energy. Get all these cards up. Okay. Oh, Miss G, you may be frustrated about something. I just got itchy. Let me check real quick. Okay, I see where Isabel got a reading, but she wants it private. Okay, I'll give you a heads up. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time, Craig, because I don't know that I've ever had anybody use Apple Pay. Because this is a new platform, a new way to be able to pay. So I'm gonna give it 24 hours and see what happens. Hi, Pamela. How you doing, sweetheart? And then, hold on, Miss G. I'm so glad you're doing good. I'm doing great. Okay. See what we got going on. I'm going to use this Gilded Tarot. Best and highest messages here for Miss G. What does she need to know? What does she need to see? What does she need to hear? All right, Spirit. What's the overall energy here? All right, Craig. Thanks again. Good to see you. What's the overall energy here? Six of Wands. Attention. Someone wanting a victory. Why the Six of Wands? Tower. Ooh. So yeah, there's an unexpected change, a shift in the energy here. Scorpio. Give me one more. Queen of Wands and Strength. So through whatever this unexpected change is, there's a need to stay rooted in who you are and your own personal power, not giving that up to the situation or to whatever this tower is. To have faith, to be strong, and to be patient, that you're going to move through it. This could be about a love interest. We've got King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. What's the situation? What's the situation here? Page of Pentacles and Justice. Somebody could have given you a shiesty offer. Libra's here. Leo is here really heavy. Scorpio is here really heavy. So the situation is you're making some sort of decision about an offer that was given or something. Yeah, Five of Wands. There's a lot of chaos in the energy though. Could be an ending. You could be ending something. Putting an ending to this chaos. But there's a need for order and balance to be restored. Okay, somebody could be running amok. I heard something about somebody running amok. What's the challenge? What's the challenge for Miss G? Ace of Swords and the Empress. Clarity. A lot of this Venus energy here as well. Something's challenging your clarity on your worth, or it's like they may be expressing that something to do with your femininity. I'm learning so much about myself in relationships. He's a Capricorn. I've really said something hurtful. No recovery from that. Okay. Miss G. First off, give yourself some grace. I feel that heavy. I feel that so heavy. That hits close to home. Give yourself some grace. You're in a learning state. Okay. And you can only go as far as the other party involved is willing to meet you, okay? So keep that in mind as well. But yeah, there's it. That's a catastrophe here with the tower showing up. What's in the current energy? What's in the current energy? Wait a minute. What's your zodiac? Can't remember off the top of my head. What's in the current energy? Six of Pentacles and the Sun in reverse. Ooh, yeah. Whatever's being exchanged is not causing happiness. It's not causing clarity. It's like it's blocking the sun out. It is. It's hurtful. It's causing some sort of grief. Venus in Libra. Libra right there. Libra right there. Said something about a lot of this Venusian energy showing up. Okay. But yeah, the energy that's being exchanged in the current, as it's showing up currently, is yes, it's affecting a. Hi, Honey Brown. How you doing, love? Thank you for being here. It's causing heartbreak. It's causing hurt, grief, causing a lot of confusion, and being emotionally overwhelmed. Okay, Spirit. Tell me about the person that Miss G's dealing with. How are they showing up? How do they show up? The Six of Cups. So they're also stuck in the past too. Okay, so they're well, this is like an old version of themselves that they're trying to shed, or it's like the issues are stemming from things that happened with other people or other relationships, and y'all are like bringing it into the present, into y'all's relationship, into y'all's connection. I'm doing great, honey brown. How you doing, love? Getting better? That's good. That's good. All right, what's the energy coming towards Miss G with the situation? What's the energy coming towards Miss G? Ooh. 10 of Wands. So there's a situation here that's coming where y'all are going to be like ping-ponging, like who's responsible for what. It's kind of like, here, you carry it. It's almost like passing blame, you know, passing blame. You felt his love shift. And that's what's affecting this happiness here. Yeah, there's too much heaviness in this connection that we can't experience this happy, peaceful, safe state. We've got the Emperor here. It's like there's a power struggle. There's also a power struggle as well. So there needs to be more balance and mending and healing. Because someone feels left out in the cold or abandoned, whether that's emotionally, physically abandoned. You know, someone's not feeling safe. Right. How is this person going to be taking action? How is this person going to be taking action in the situation? The person Miss G's dealing with. How are they taking action? Four of Cups, 10 of Swords. So this person showing up is they may be really disappointed. They may be feeling rejected here. But there's also a lot that they're trying to overcome, okay? This person's been hurt a lot in the past too. So it's kind of like y'all are having this old ways of being or these old traumas that are showing up in the, he's strong character and very intelligent. And he's showing up as a leader, or at least wanting to be like that. Right. What's the spiritual advice here? Yeah, this person may end up holding on or holding back because of them being hurt. What's the spiritual advice here, Spirit? What's the spiritual advice? All right, y'all might need to isolate for a minute and rethink things. Okay, think about how you want to proceed. You may want to give this person some time to sit on things before y'all work together again. Or they may be even thinking about how to overcome or work this out and come back into union, because this person does have love for you, okay? They do have a lot of emotion here for you. And that's another reason why they're so hurt. They didn't expect for you to say something like that to them. This may even be you reevaluating how you want to move forward and how you want to take the next step here or build something. You may be inviting this person out or extending an offer here to express your emotions on the situation. Deep inside, I can't see recovery or deep forgiveness. It was that bad. Anything else? Four of Wands in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. There's definitely a lot of like skepticism. There's a lot of like hesitancy here. You fight badly. Yeah, it's almost like death by 1,000 knives, all the things that are said. to each other. Like, it's not the one thing, it's all the things added up. Unleash your kindest self. And that's even got Capricorn on that card right there. So unleash your kindest self and clear your mind. Find a balance. And believe in the impossible. Okay? No matter what happens, Miss G, you are going to be okay. You're not going to show up like a raisin and it's not the end of days, okay? However, yeah, the situation is pretty serious with the things that, like the hurt that is showing up here in this reading. So yeah, this person may be hesitant. They may pull back, okay? The only thing that you can do is show up as your kindest self and express yourself truthfully and authentically, but not in a way where you're attacking someone either, you know? You can always show up and find balance and release the truth, or see it as, you know, being truthful with the situation. You know, I was toxic. I said some really nasty things, and I apologize. I take full accountability for being in that energy. I apologize for treating you that way. I apologize for my part of the conflict and chaos here, you know. And that's really all that you can do, and just let go and surrender, you know. They forgive you, that's great. And if they don't, that's on them, for them to work through, you know. You already took the accountability, you expressed your regret, you gave the apology, you know. So, but don't give up hope. Don't let it put you so far back in a space where you're not going to put yourself out there or continue on the journey, because it's a learning process. You got to remember, you're like a baby out there, and you're learning a lot about self, like you said. You're learning about how you show up in relationships. You're learning about the communication issues that it is that you have. A target insecurity is based on insecurity. Yeah. That can be quite cruel. Now, it was a cheap stab, you know. It was a cheap stab. And that is kind of it's like one of those things, like once it comes out of our mouth, we can't take it back. So you may want to find ways to help you, like, emotionally regulate. You may want to help you find ways to not be so impulsive on what is it you're feeling in the moment. I'm having issues with all this too right now, Miss G, in my own life, in my own personal life. I've got this one person. This is the only person that can get me as worked up as they do. This is the only person that can, like, they sting me the way that they do with their words, and it has me spitting venom right back. And that's not me. That's out of character. That's not how I want to conduct myself. That's not how I want to be, you know. Is it over? Do we leave each other with hurt? It says believe in the impossible. So they're showing that there's a possibility of things moving forward. It just depends on this person. Are they going to be receptive of it or not? You know. All right, Miss G. I hope that you found a message that resonates with you. Thank you again for the blessings. Thanks for coming to see me. And that wraps up all of our live readings. And Isabel, if you're in here, I will get your private personal to you ASAP Rocky, all right? A family member said we saw so much anger in him, and now even more fear. Really? Well, of course he probably showed more anger. You know? Someone that he cared about said something hurtful. And when it comes from somebody that we care about, it hurts more. It weighs more on the heart. The sting is deeper, you know? So, all you can do is show up as your best kind of self and see where it goes from there. This person may or may not be receptive, and it may take some time. You know, hi Cortez, how you doing, Marcella? All right, y'all. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Oh, I see 143 on the clock, too. So somebody's saying I love you. Someone says I love you, Miss G. So whether that's your person of interest, or it could even be a Passover loved one, a spirit guide, but you're being reminded to come from a place of love for self and love for others. Okay. All right, y'all. I will be back. I'll be on Instagram tomorrow night. I'll be on TikTok in the afternoon for collective messages. No, I will not be here tomorrow night. I'll be on YouTube tomorrow night. So y'all just check my stories and I'll post it there. All right. Thank you for all the ways that you show love and support. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. And I will see y'all again soon. Love and light.